Nah, I love that, mate. I love that, and I think that's a good place to move on there. You've sort of taken us into the early days, your first steps into professional football in America. Obviously, you went over with the tournaments down at IMG when you were younger.
Mhm.
But talk to me about you signed for Tormenta. Talk to me about that first week, right? Because obviously, touched on it. We were signed around the same time.
Mhm.
I got to preseason the day before you.
It wasn't even pre-season, fam. Season was starting on the
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah. It was the first week of the season. I think
Yeah,
I got in on the Monday.
I got in on
Kaz
a
got in on the.
Thursday.
It might have been
So
later then. I might have got in on a
I think you was out
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah,
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and then there was the first league game against North
on
Carolina
Saturday.
on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, talk to me about that first training session, and then the first impressions of playing USL1 football at where we used to play, the
But
pitch.
okay. The training session, I thought the training session, I really felt Ian's sessions. I think Ian's a
Mm-hmm.
really good coach. So
Nah,
the session
100%.
itself, I was just like jet lagged though, like my leg. He's like, oh, it's Thursday, not too, but this was a session, like this was a proper session. So I was like, I was like struggling. I was like, damn, I'm still recovering, like just from the flight, the session, settled into my, well, barely settled into my apartment stuff, like. So then I can't remember the Friday shit, but the game there, I remember that rolling up to Georgia Southern, we played at Georgia Southern's field. Generally, I think that's the worst field I played on, just for the sole fact that I played on bum because I was like, I forgot to say I was playing at Potter's Bar before I went to Tormenta. I was like, I started playing with my boys. Like one of my close friends was at Potter's Bar, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you play with us?" I was like, "You know, what, I might as well. Like, I've always wanted to play with my boys, you know." So I ended up playing there for like a couple months. It was like I was loving it. It was it just felt like kicking around with the boys. I feel like clubs like lower league clubs messaging me just like come play for us, stuff like that. Um, I'd say like non-league because I think Portsmouth was like step seven maybe, 7, 8. So I feel like step five teams were like saying come play for us, but I was just like I was still just in it. I was just trying to enjoy football literally.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so that was that period. But so yeah, I was playing them pitches before coming to Georgia Southern. Like it was brazy. Like it was, you know what it is? It's because it's so hot as well. It's because it was so hot, yeah. So like the pitch was just dry
Mm-hmm.
and it was bumpy. So I'd come on. I think we both might come on that game. Same
Bro,
time roughly.
we both come on 60th minute, and
Yeah,
Ian said, "Go win us the game."
yeah. So so like I could barely get a touch in that game to start off with, but like the pitch was crazy. Like just I'm just like, yo, like that was one of the hardest games I played in my whole life. Like genuinely, one of the hardest games I played in. I was just like, maybe like I've just like my level just like extremely dropped. Like that was the first thing because I'm like always got told that a good player don't blame the pitch. So I'm like, my first thing was like, yeah, maybe I'm just arse. Like maybe I'm just like not at the level no more. Like that could be a possibility. And that's the first thing I thought before anything. I'm just like, yeah, maybe that's that. I can't see myself like getting out of this situation, doing well, like if I've got to play the whole season. And then
That's
like,
actually hilarious. I'm sorry to interrupt that. It's
no, you're
funny
good.
that the pitch is so bad that you're doubting your ability.
Yeah, I swear
That's
to
how
you,
bad the pitch is.
I'll never. I even remember like I played Jamil. Someone played like a ball to me. I remember it like you said. I played Jamil like a pass. Like, it was like a first time pass, and the way I watched that ball onto my foot, I was just nervous about me. The pass even still came off my ankle. It was still good weight. There's probably a clip of it somewhere. I can definitely. I played it. I was just like, yo, this is a mad thing. Like I've got to watch the ball onto my foot every time I control it. Like this is
Hey.
gonna be long. Like it's gonna be long.
Oh, mate. It goes back to when you were in the rondos at Tottenham and you said you can't use the pitch as an excuse.
Yeah,
All of a
like
sudden.
I'm just like
Yeah.
for what I expect of myself. Like I'm thinking, I'm coming here. I'm like, I know I'm definitely more than good enough for this level, but I've just got to show everyone this. And I'm coming in and thinking the pitch that I'm like, if you're thinking if that's your excuse, I'm like, maybe this is the level for you, like or below even.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
just like, yeah. Then who do we play after that? Was it maybe Charleston or something?
Away in the Open Cup.
Open Cup game.
Yeah, Charleston Battery.
Come on in that one. I thought I had like a decent little sub cameo. I was like, yeah, cool, things are getting better. Then I think I had that thing with my toe after that.
Yes, I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but I tell you
Yeah,
what, you've done it
I'm
now.
keeping our buck on here still. We're keeping it real, fam.
Talk to me, Jam. Talk to me, Jam. What's the context? What happened with the toe?
Okay, so I started calling Kaz towards the back end of the year. Well, it wasn't calling him. Every time he scored a goal towards the back end of the year, I would post it on my story and I would say he only needs 9 toes. Right. Right. So back to the beginning of the season where Kaz was when we were playing Charleston Battery, and it was either that game or the game after. I don't know what happened if someone stepped on your toe or something, but it got infected, right?
Yeah, I had like a blister and then like
Yeah. So we're roommates on away trips. So I've literally got a video.
Greenville.
I've literally got a video of us in Greenville away. And he's there literally performing surgery on his own toe in the corner of the room.
It was fuck. I had a bucket. Everything was mad, man.
And what are you doing? Like just draining it because it's
I'm
swollen
not-
or something?
Basically, it's just swelling up. Like there's a blister and it's just like it's just
Bro, it
swollen.
looked like the biggest bunion you've ever seen on his
But
toe.
like the pain was like it was like someone was stabbing. Just they had a needle and they're just going. So like I genuinely couldn't sleep. I was like waking up middle of the night, like and
True.
and the physio
True.
Rachel, all she was giving me was this like stupid little cream, just saying, yeah, just keep wiping on it. It was so, like I can't walk. I'm like I'm genuinely losing my mind. I'm going crazy. Like this pain is probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my whole life. Like not even exaggerating.
Oh, mate.
So then I ended up having to get it cut open. Like finally she thought maybe we should get it cut open. So like after it got cut open, I was fine like a day or two.
Do you know what's funny about this story is that as you're talking about it, I can see you reliving it and getting
Bro,
vexed.
mad bro. Like she's being so silly. Like my toe is so fat. Like and she just saying just rub this cream on it and put it in the hot water, it'd be cool. I'm just like, and I'm like out here dying, bro. So we get
this
cut
guy,
so good.
open.
he would never wear the same pair of boots on either foot because he had one pair of boots that were looser on the foot on his toe because he couldn't fit his toe into one of the boots.
That's a different. That's after I broke my toe, the other toe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, mad.
Oh, so yeah, well, there you go. So he does that, and then he breaks his toe later on in the year. So there comes the chant. He only needs 9 toes.
Yeah. So Jamil just started that rubbish.
But the thing is, I started it, and no one really thought anything of it. And then it went like 2 weeks, 3 weeks when he started banging goals in towards the back end of the season. And all the lads are like, "What's going on here?" So then I tell my own story because I've seen it firsthand at the beginning of the year. And then it gets to the point where the whole team are putting hashtag 9 toes on all of his posts, on all of their stories, on everything.
So it gets to a point, yeah, we're going out and people, even girls, they ask me, oh, like, is it true you only have 9 toes? I'm just saying, like, and we had a team full of idiots as well, like you, Jake, like, these guys are egging it on. So I'm out at bars and people ask, oh, like, you actually got 9 toes and shit. I'm just like, these men are not serious.
That's so funny.
But like, it's hilarious. But it's so funny. I couldn't even be mad. Like, that's how funny it was.
That's so jokes. That's so jokes. So just to bring us back in, Jamie just touched on it there that you started banging goals at the end of the season. So was this the season you lot won the league? Was that your first year there? Is that when you lot won the league? Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Jam, just from your perspective, talk me through like when Kaz started to hit form and like, you know, how he was playing and, you know, what was really clicking for him.
To be fair, it was actually just when he got fit. Like he had the early setbacks, which we touched on earlier. Obviously, the first toe injury, and then there was a couple muscle injuries. I'm pretty sure in there, just couldn't get going whatsoever. And I think it was about the time where like Ian, our manager, sort of realized that he had to maybe treat Kaz a little differently. Like he couldn't be out there being 100% Monday to Friday if we wanted him to be Kazaiah on the weekend. So he got fit, and then really, I can't pinpoint a time where it did click for him. It was just sort of happened to where we started picking up results. We started clicking as a team. And it was like he got 1, he got 2, he got 3, to the point where towards the back end of the season, it was like if Kaz is on the pitch, we've got a chance.
It's around that like Greenville-ish time. Like, but when somebody low key when the somebody came, we just started that picking
Oh
up points. Low
when the
key,
USL2 and the women's team came.
Low key, like someone would call it coincidence. I don't know, but when they came, everything just started just going perfect. Like around that 5-5 Greenville game, stuff like that.
Have you ever played to this day the craziest game I've ever played in?
Crazy is 100%. But for me, how the day started was we was late for the meeting, so we got dropped. Me, Toby, and King got dropped.
Oh shit! Yeah, just Dom, just
another
context
story
for Dom and the listeners. So this is the day where we're playing Greenville at home, and obviously it's a massive game. It's a rivalry game there. So we have the pre-match meeting, and Kaz lives with 2 lads, Toby and Kingsford, and they just don't turn up to video. They just don't turn up. And we're looking around, just like...
We swap the times. So it's normally like 4 or something, but they swap, so like we're just there chilling. Like,
yeah. Well, basically, Kings... I don't think Toby was starting then. I think it was still early for him. But Kings and Kaz were definitely starting, and both of them got dropped from the lineup. So we're like, honestly, like lads in the changing room, we're thinking like, it's probably the right decision from a discipline perspective.
I couldn't even be angry.
But we're also thinking, fucking hell, like we've just you know, like. So we played the game and we're 4-0, 3 or 4-0 down inside of 20 minutes.
Fucking hell, bruv.
All I'm thinking is I'm gonna get cooked off. Like, I'm definitely getting blamed for this. 100%. I'm cooked.
Yeah, I can see that. We get one back. We go in 4-1 down.
No, 4-2. Right. No, was it 5-2?
No. It was. Yeah.
So
we go in.
I came on.
Yeah.
I came on and like who got injured? Barry?
Was it Barry or Arthur? One of the two.
I think it was Barry. Barry got injured.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have to come on in the first. So I'm not even ready. Like, but yeah, this is just fate, I guess.
Yeah.
Come on, at the 30th minute, I scored 2 goals straight away. Bam.
Yes. Oh, now it. Yeah.
Straight away. So it's like 4-2 now. Then they score some weird. The goal was weird as hell. So it's like we go on halftime 5-2, and then
5-2 down at halftime.
Then go on, Jam.
And you know what? The manager didn't even grill us. He literally just went like, lads, that was one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen. Like, it can't get any worse. So like, let's just play for some pride or something. We went out, and funny, I've cut in from the right hand side, and I thought, fuck it. Like, it's 5-2. What? And I banged one top corner from like 25 yards. And that was like, it was like early in the second half, like 52nd, 53rd minute. And all of a sudden, we're like, fucking hell, actually, let's have it then. Like, let's have a go.
5-3, man.
Yeah. And mate, they crumbled. Absolutely crumbled. Like, you can tell when you're playing, but I can't only imagine what it was like watching that game live, because it literally felt like they all of a sudden
must have been mad, bro.
Like, they dropped to the edge of the box and we were just peppering them to the point where it went 5-4, 5-5 with like 8 or 9 minutes to go, and we had 2 chances to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And we missed both of them. We should have won the game. A game that finished that we were 5-2 down in at half time, we should have won.
Yeah, I think 4-0 in 20 minutes is the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, one of those. Yeah, because I was going to ask, is it like they've just started on flames, or is it one of them ones that they've had 4 shots, 4 goals? And
I say flame. It was a partly poor defense, but like, especially in the US, you don't get punished like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Man.
first goal, bam. I saw one guy run through and go dink the keeper up. I don't think that guy's ever done that before. But everything, well, he might have. I don't know, but like from playing against him, like a few times, I feel like that was a blip. But like,
Man.
yeah, everything was just going in.
Yeah, craziest game I've played in. Craziest game by far.
Mad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess to be fair, speaking of Greenville, probably a good time to move on to the playoff run. Obviously, we make the playoffs, and as you touched on before, Dom, like this is where Kaz really started to get hot, right? To the point where, as I said before, like if Kaz is on the pitch and he's on it, like we've got a chance. We get into the playoffs and we play Charlotte at home. We managed to get a home game, which it was big because we just
Sure.
opened the new stadium, and so Gabriel Obertan is at Charlotte Independence. Played for he was signed as technically Ronaldo's replacement at Man United when he was a kid. First off, hits the hardest ball I've ever seen in my entire life.
Scary
1-0.
hard.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like you heard it in the stadium. Like the angle was ridiculous. The angle he shot from was like him when he's lining up to shoot, just thinking,
Yeah.
that's just shit. Like, why would you even shoot from there? Bam, rock. I was just like, yo, because I'm a
Is
keeper hater as well. I'm a keeper hater. Like I'm always hating on keep. Like why near post. Like I was like, he shot. I went, damn.
Is it one of those ones where it hits the back of the net and everyone's just looking at each other? And it's kind of silence. And everyone's just like,
Literally.
what's
Yeah.
happened? Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't remember. Did you score 2 in that game? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
2.
So that was the start of Kaz's sort of playoff run there. That was. I remember a couple of people said there was regular season Kaz and there's playoff Kaz. There's 2 different players. And was that the game, the first one, where you turned in the first half and then banged it, or
No, that was in the second half.
Second half, yeah. Talk me through that goal because that's one of my favorite goals that you've scored.
It was like us know like the team, we just needed a goal, you know. And I was like creating quite a bit. I remember I put King's throw goal. I was creating quite a bit, but I didn't had any shots, and that was like the main thing, half time. Like you just need to like shoot and stuff like. So this is funny because me and my roommate King, we'd have like literally fights in training, like because he wouldn't pass and stuff. Like generally, like we'd be at each other almost fighting because he hasn't passed me the ball the whole season. Jamil will tell you when he's back, whole season.
Yeah.
I'm arguing with this guy. The coach is telling him, I'm like, but he's not passing to me. Like he just not passing. And Jamil will tell you, King is greedy as much of them. King is greedy as hell.
Yeah.
Like whole
Love him
season.
to death, but loves the
And
ball at his feet.
the one time he passed the ball to me early, I was in the pocket, just got it turned, smashed into the bottom corner. That's probably like my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite goals as well.
Yeah, it was a sick finish. Like
Just that timing of it, just like
yeah, it was sick, and
you just felt
obviously
the game change.
big time. Do you know what? Similar to the Greenville one that we talked about earlier, because they were the better team. Charlotte were the better team, and we got the one, and it was like they just shit themselves, and then we battered them, and we ended up getting the points. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Got someone sent off. I made a joke with Jay. I'm gonna get someone sent off. Like if I'm through on goal, I'm just gonna take the red. So he literally just ran across him and that dived, dove, fell over. This ref has to give it. Yeah, just went on to win.
Yeah, went on to win, and then obviously the second game, we go away to Greenville, and that was a place where me and you weren't really familiar with it, but Tormenta just at the time never lost to Greenville, and we obviously had the crazy game with them earlier in the season, the 5-5, and we just, even though they were probably the favourites going in, we literally thought it was a gimme game. Like, okay, like we've beaten Charlotte, we're in the final. Like we're just gonna beat Greenville. Yeah. And it was 1-0 and it was pretty easy game in the end. He scored in the first half.
Yeah.
And it was like I don't even remember like the game really. It was that
I played awful. I remember I diaried the night before. I was like, yo, I might not be able to play. I'm like, this is my luck. Like, I hate Greenville. That the Greenville Stadium I hate because
Yeah.
I've been there, had my first toe injury, broke my toe there the second time, and the third time I would go there, I have diarrhea. I'm just like, fuck this place. Like, journey for that. I don't ever want to go there ever again. But yeah, luckily we won. The fence was solid that game, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jam, you're talking there a little bit about kind of the quarterfinal, semi-final, kind of how you got kind of regular season Kaz and playoff Kaz, and so obviously I know you guys going to the final. Talk me a little bit for it, from both your perspectives. Obviously, first season there, I don't know if you were expected to even get this far, and kind of what the mentality was in the camp, and then talk me through the game as well. So maybe Jam, do you want to go first and just tell me kind of from your perspective what it was like?
Yeah, I mean, the season itself, Tormenta was never a team at the time that was even remotely close to winning anything. You know, it was known as like a small market club. But we knew in the dressing room we had good players. We had a really good team. And then I think a few other teams sort of started to take notice, you know, when they seen some of the names that were signed, some of the clubs they were coming from. And then once we sort of hit form, like we really were a team that no one wanted to play against because we were climbing the league. You know, we were on the upward trajectory. And then we get into the playoffs. And as I said before, it really was like we needed to beat Charlotte because we were so confident we were going to beat Greenville that we were already in the final. So, I mean, going into the final, we actually got lucky because the other semi-final was Richmond, who Matty Bentley played on the right for them. They were sick that year. Like they were.
With Bolaños, he was crazy.
Yeah, Bolaños was a joke. Him and Tazagi, and then Matty on the right. Like it was, and Neil Vignoles was sick that year. Like
I like the 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot, yeah.
Yeah, like they were on. We actually played Richmond the other day, and Nils played a crazy ball to win it late on. Like, just he's a sick player. But going into that semi-final, ours was first. So we thought we win the game, we're going to play Richmond in the final. And then, you know, they won the league. They were the best team by far. So it was really like no pressure on the final. If we win, great, whatever. Find out that Chattanooga somehow won away at Richmond with 10 men. And
was it in the extra time or not?
It was,
Or
yeah,
it was
yeah.
either extra time or the 90th minute.
Yeah, it was Rafa Metzigan, like absolute banger. Cut him from the right on his weak foot and smashed it bottom corner. And we were celebrating in the changing room because we were like, oh my God, we've got a chance. Like we've got a chance of actually winning it now.
I know Darren must have been crazy happy as well, like
Yeah.
hosting the
Yeah,
final.
Yeah, because we hosted as well because obviously Chattanooga got in as the 4 seed. We were the 3 seed. So, you know, it was just everything about it's kind of like a bit of a fairy tale. In all honesty, like probably the smallest market in the USL to make the final was massive. And, you know, I don't know if you felt the same, Kaz, from the beginning of the year and throughout, but, you know, especially me going into the final, like I thought, you know, this is ours to lose.
100%. So like me just going into my first season in America, I was just like, from my like personal expectation, I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't really understand the league format. Like we played the teams 3 times and stuff like that. I didn't know any of the teams, so I didn't really have a clue what was going on half the time. I was just really like turning up, following what everyone else is doing. I didn't really understand the playoff because in England the playoffs is not really a thing. I didn't really watch basketball, NFL like that, so like the concept of playoffs I just never really got. But I just knew whatever it is at the season we need to win, I want to be in that sort of thing. So like when it got to the close to the end of the season and we was in and around, I was just like I need to be like involved. Whatever it is, I need to be involved in that, you know. So obviously got to do my part to like help that. But like Jam said, that when we played Charlotte was probably the only team in the league that me personally I just felt like, oof, like, you know, I feel like me that I was like there's games where I'm like, you know, if I'm turning up, like I feel like, you know, I know I'm gonna do my thing, but like Charlotte was like I could do my thing, but they got guys who can do their thing as well. So like, you know, and like Jam said, I just think if we beat them, then like smooth. That's how I thought. Just in my head, obviously that you don't take that as a given when you get out there on the pitch, but like that was my take. Just in my head, I was just like, yeah, we can 100% beat any other team, and then like you said, it was smooth sailing from then. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you guys are beating around the bush a little bit, so don't worry, I can be the one to hype you up. So you go into the final against Chattanooga, you both get on the score sheet and you end up winning. So Kaz, you first, talk me through your goal. What minute of the game was it in? Talk me through the sequence.
So it was a penalty first half. So before the game, before anything, I was like, my biggest fear was losing. So like, even when we won, I wasn't even like happy. I was more just like relieved. It was a weird feeling. I was just more like relieved we didn't lose more than happy. But like into the game, we got a penalty. What was it? It was like 20th minute maybe.
Yeah, early, inside half hour.
Yeah. So like, it's a penalty. I'm just thinking, it's a bit fucked that I think this, but I'm just thinking that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna score. I'm just thinking that which way am I gonna run after I'll score sort of thing. That's why whenever like I get a chance, that's what I'm thinking. They say like, you know, when they say he thinks he scored, commentators be like, he thinks he scored before he scored. That's me. That's literally me. Like I'm wheeling away before it's gone in. Like I've played it out all my, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just believe that I was like, yeah, I'm 100% scoring this. Scored, we're winning 1-0. We're playing well, creating chances, like it's going well. Then they just score like a fluke goal,
Free
like
kick.
right free kick on like the halfway line, but like the edge, like the corner by the touchline.
Yeah.
Loop one in. The header
Bro,
was crazy.
I was on the bench for the final, and the free kick was like past the bench, like closer to their goal than the bench was to our goal. It was miles away.
Just lobbed one in. The guy crazy header. I can't lie, crazy header. Like, the ball didn't have any pace on it, so like he really like proper like flicked it and that went right, like looped kind of into the corner, like crazy header. So just like fuck. Oh, another weird thing. Had to do an interview at halftime. We just conceded, so I'm just thinking, fucking hell, man. We just conceded.
Serious?
And I'm getting stopped. Dude's like, oh, you got to do an interview. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about no interview. We just flipping conceded in the final. They're getting interviewed mid game. Like, I guess that's the thing in America. I've seen that quite a bit now in America. They interview.
So, just quickly, what did they ask you?
I can't remember what they asked me, but I just said some generic shit like, yeah, just
Yeah.
got to keep focused, blah blah blah. We know what we've been doing. Just the normal generic shit. I just said something like that. But I was just thinking that, I need to get into to the team, so I need to hear what coach is saying and shit, and I might do an interview. But I just found that a bit funny. But yeah, come out second half, and then it was a tough second half actually. I say second half was quite even. Both teams were on edge.
Yeah.
Then Jamil comes on. If you follow American college soccer, you know how it goes when Jamil's involved in the final. So
Yeah, it was it was my first touch of the game.
was it actually?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hadn't been on long. He definitely hadn't been on long.
Bro, I think I came on in like the 78th minute. And
Yeah, and the goal was at 81-ish.
yeah. And bearing in mind, since McQuelly came in, I had played left wing back pretty much since Quell came in. So he threw me on the right and just said, like, actually, funny enough, the same thing that he said to me and Kaz, the first game that we played, go and win the game. That was the message going in, like, go and win us the game. And the funny thing is I've seen Kaz picks up the ball on the left-hand side, right? And he's driving through the middle, and I can't remember who it was, but someone makes a run on the inside. And
It might have actually been Quelle.
yeah,
So he
it
might have
might
come
have
for King probably.
probably. And he's made a run. It's just opened up the space, right? And he slipped the ball over to me. And honestly, my first instinct when it came over was like touch, combine, like see if I can get whatever. And the ball just skipped up off the surface, right? Like the weirdest bounce ever.
It's already bobbling.
Yeah.
Already bobbling
Yeah.
before it's even got to you.
Yeah. And literally, it was spur of the moment decision. I thought, fuck it, I'm hitting it. And I just caught it so sweet off my left foot. Went in
We gotta
top
get a
corner
clip of
near
this.
post. Yeah.
100%.
Near post. I don't even think the keeper's expecting it. And the funniest thing is, when you watch it back, Kaz is about to scream at me for not giving him the ball back.
No. It wasn't even that. So like, I turned the guy. This is the drill we done the day before. Like, credit to the coaches for that one, because they said we're gonna score like this. It's like a 3v2 scenario. Drive at the heart and play whoever. Bear in mind, our pitch it's a new pitch, so it's a bit like, it's not even bobbly. It's just like, it's just uneven. It's literally just uneven.
Right.
So I played him this ball, and I seen it. Jamil's like, you know, the way he plays, like, you know when he's about to shoot, he's got the David Beckham arm up. He's like, and I'm just like, don't shoot. That's what I was thinking. Cause I'm like, this ball, like, if you can get a clip of this, like, the spin, the ball's itchy going like this. I'm just like, don't shoot. Like, shooting on that pitch is insane. Maybe on a different pitch, cool. That pitch, insane. I'm just like, don't shoot. He shot. I didn't even know it went in, because like, the way it went in was so weird that the near post, I was just like, you even see it, I'm just like, oh shit, that's gone in, and then I've run off. That's so like, I don't know if you can like get that clip in, but that would be hilarious.
Yeah, 100%, 100% goal. And what was that feeling, Jam, when the ball hit the back of the net? Like, what did that feel like?
Oh mate, to this day, it's my favorite moment in football. I've
Sick.
like did the thing in college and everything, but doing it in the professional level was like something I can't even describe. Like, I just remember trying to, and I see the video back, and I know that I'm trying to act cool. I'm trying to be like, yeah, this is what I do. But but inside, I'm going nuts. I've even given it that one after, like.
Jamil, hey, if this was now, you'd be in a reel for like trying to be on the cover of FIFA celebration. He done like 5 celebrations. He shushed our own fans. He shushed he went like this to our own fans. I swear down.
No, it was more like.
No, he went. Shh. I'm like, yo, those are our fans, Jamil.
I've done a knee slide. I've jumped up on the fence in the crowd. I've shushed the crowd. I've gone like that, and then after that, I've gone right,
Just like, yeah,
right wing back now.
No, that was hilarious. Bear in mind that pitch is not a knee slide. I don't even know how he done a knee slide. Physics say he shouldn't have been allowed to. Like, I was expecting one of them knee slides where you like go and then you like tumble over.
Yeah.
But obviously it's Jamil, so it worked out.
Yeah. Sick. So a successful kind of first season for you both, and I guess the kind of perfect ending to like unknowing, because for both of you, right, you're both kind of, obviously Jam, you've played in the US, but Kaz, your first time, and to like play your first season and to win something and to score in the game must have felt amazing. So did you kind of feel, like you say, relieved? Like, talk me more through, like, even after the game, like, that relief.
Like, getting to a final, and especially out here, coming from England, you know, playing where I did, and coming here, for me, like, in my head, I was expecting that there's like, coming away from this thing, I've lost, going back home, telling like my friends, family. I got family watching this game, friends, like, because all of the games are just like always late, so like, no. Games are like 10 11 o'clock, so no one's really watching back home. Well, like, my boys are staying up. It's on a Sunday as well, so my boys are just like, yo, you better win that. I'm staying up. I got work in the morning. Like, yo, better show me something, sort of thing. So like, I'm thinking about stuff like that. So like, yeah, it's just like a relief that like, we done it, more than like, yes, we done it. I don't know how to describe. I don't know why I felt like that, but that's just how I felt.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that, because my boys would have given me shit if we didn't win.
Hundo.
That's good. Yeah, I was gonna say, kind of just going into where you are today, right? So, was that last season for you both?
2 years
the
ago.
season before.
Season before.
2 years ago. Right. Okay. So, just a quick kind of summary of the next season. So, obviously you've won it now. Did you go into the next season as kind of like now one of the top teams in the USL League One? And was there even, you know, for yourself, a bit of more of a target on your back? Obviously you're unknown when you first come in and do well, and then now people kind of know a bit about you. So did you have that kind of target on your back, and was there higher expectations for you in your second season?
Yeah, I'd say definitely. So in terms of second season, I kind of didn't expect to be there, but like just contractual situations and stuff. I ended up staying the second season there, and but I started the season off injured. I had a back injury, so I missed maybe the first 2 or 3 months of the season. So that was just like once again that it was just annoying just having to get going again. Um, but yeah, like you said, there was a bit of a target on our back just as a team. Individually, just I noticed I was getting like sometimes like man marked in games and stuff, which for me is like I'm not a dribbler sort of thing. Like I generally don't like dribbling and stuff. So like for me, if I'm getting that man mark, that means or like they're bringing extra players, that means someone else is free. So I like to like combine. So that for me, that was fine sort of thing. But like I feel like the season after, like we kind of almost like maybe had a better team even, but like we just like just definitely underachieved. We just couldn't get it going. I conceded like, a lot of goals late, so it was like hard. Individually, thought I had a decent season. Players would have like solidified that, but we didn't ended up not making playoffs, so that was quite of a downer. Um, to end on that, but like definitely an enjoyable season in terms of football. I thought I was playing that to showing everyone what I can do and stuff. So that from a personal level, I was enjoying it, stuff like that. Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. And then just to fast forward to today, then. So obviously you're now at Pittsburgh. How did that move come? How did that move come about?
Just like through my agent, just talking to teams and stuff in the off season, stuff like that. It was quite late I signed, so it was kind of like not maybe a rush, but it was like it's getting to like January, late February. I need to like get myself over to a team or if I'm gonna go over there. I wasn't sure if I was staying in England or come back over, and especially as an international, like Jamil will tell you, it's just so much harder just sorting stuff out. So it was just like, I just need to be somewhere where I can play at that level. Similar to my Tormenta situation, wasn't too fussed about where I was going. At first I was, but like the later it got into like the transfer window sort of thing, I was just like, what, I just need to be somewhere, play, have a good season, then, you know, whatever. So that was that sort of like process of
Yeah,
me
bro, I remember
getting to
me and you
Pittsburgh.
fucking FaceTiming in like beginning of February. I'd already signed with Chattanooga, but I couldn't go because of my visa. So again, like the international problems and whatever. You're flying back and forth, doing your thing, like
Oh, they
trying
had
to
me
try,
on,
yeah. Like with me and
yeah.
him this off season, it was honestly a nightmare for both of us. Like just
hmm
trying to literally play for the clubs that we were signing for.
Yeah, but just to kind of round off kind of Pittsburgh, I want to talk a little bit off the pitch. Like how have you assimilated to like being in a bigger city now? I know it's very different to where you were living when you're playing for Tormenta. So just tell me a little bit about what you think of Pittsburgh, the city.
City is really cool. I just love being at a city, but I just love seeing that big buildings at night, skyscraper stuff. I just love it. So like, where our stadium is, it's like you can literally see like all the big. It's like on the water. You can see like the big buildings. So I feel like I don't
Underneath
know
the
about.
bridge.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
been to like all the stadiums in the US, but that's probably would. I can't see it getting much better than that. I think our training one's better, definitely, which I found a bit odd. Um, but yeah, the city itself, just like I really like it. There's more stuff to do. Um, like I said, teammates are cool, so that it's made it like quite easy to just like, settle down, and be here throughout the season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, dope. And I think that's a good segue into kind of our last segment of the show, which is we're calling extra time. Where we talk about kind of teammates, some of the best you played with, funniest, best to on that side. So Jam's going to lead us through this one. So
Yeah,
take it away,
yeah,
Jam.
mate. So these are just quick fire, mate. You can go into as much detail as you want. But the first one is who's the best player that you've played with in your whole career?
Best, I guess like there's for me if like that question's weird because like there's trained with and played with like I
Mm-hmm.
class played with like I was in the team with them week in, week out sort
Yep.
of thing. But like, I guess Harry Kane, if I'm gonna do that, Harry Kane,
Okay.
like best
Not
player
bad.
I've like trained with, like played with, whatever.
I'd
But
have him at Chattanooga.
an academy, academy level, I played with some crazy players. It's like really nasty players. But I say probably like Marcus Edwards. He was a joke growing up,
Yeah.
still is now, sort
Hodge
of
called
thing.
him Messi, like, didn't he?
Yeah, like he wasn't wrong too,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
yeah, like generally like really nasty, genuinely really nasty, like.
Sick,
But yeah,
sick. So maybe that leads us on to the best player that you've played against in your career.
against. This is a hard one. Very, very hard one. I don't really remember players that too tough that I played against.
Let's maybe go not necessarily like on the day,
Oh, no,
but
I'm being silly. I'm forgetting them Youth Cup games.
mm-hmm.
We got touched a few of them. Um, Youth Cup times. Callum Hudson-Odoi was he was playing up, by the way. What he was doing was he was violating still. He was violating still. Playing up, doing that playing up was crazy. I played against Foden. He was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that some of these players I'm mentioning, I guess maybe at the time there was like maybe better players than them in the team, which is weird to even say that.
Yeah.
That there was more feared players than that Foden at the time when I was playing against him, sort of thing.
Wow.
Which is a bit crazy to say. Not all of them are even still playing at that. A lot of them are, but just off names, I say Foden, Reece James. Reece James was really good at just growing up. Just like could do everything. Mason Mount was really good growing up as well.
Yeah.
Still is now, but like a lot of the Chelsea players, Chelsea just
Yeah.
Mad
a
Academy.
joke.
My age group at Chelsea on my days. It was Dom
It
Solanke.
was all of them. Like,
Yeah, to be fair, every single one of them.
everyone's got the same trauma.
Bro,
bro.
we got pumped every week by them. Tammy Abraham was guaranteed hat-trick. Dom Solanke guaranteed hat-trick. And then, bro, I went on trial with them for 6 weeks, and it was the first time where I stepped into a changing room, and I went, yeah, I'm miles off it.
Yeah, mad.
All right, well, you've dropped a few names there, so we like that. Moving on, bit different away from the football, right? So think of you're going on a night out, and you can pick 3 teammates, past or present, to come with you. Who you picking? And I'm exempt.
Oh,
We're gonna pick you anyway.
You know what? That's a hard one because even to start with, going out in America and England in that London's 2 different things, 2 different dynamics. Like, so I'm gonna do American one. I'm gonna put Jake up there. Jake Dengler.
Yeah.
Can't not mention Jake going out. I'm trying to think. He did. I just love seeing out. I'm gonna have to do Chris as well. Like
Chris Heckenberg, yeah.
Chris and the Chris and Jake duo is crazy.
It's unmatched, isn't it? Not Nick.
Nick. I'm gonna put Nick. I hope he sees Nick's a menace. Nick's a menace. They're all menaces. I'm gonna go them 3 actually.
Yeah.
Them
Nick
3.
Okoto, Chris Heckenberg, Jake Dengler.
Crazy menaces, all 3 of them. Jake more behaved. He's a different type of menace, but yeah, that's a crazy 3 together.
Bro,
crazy.
What nickname did you give Chris Heckenberg throughout the year for his difference, how he was in the changing
mask.
room and the mask?
You seen the mask?
Yeah.
When he starts drinking, is like just turns into that. Like he's the most intelligent guy you will ever meet. Like he's so smart. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but
No, he is.
He's so smart. Like knows everything. Then, bam, night out, Chris, just an idiot. But like funny as hell. Just like you would never think.
Yeah,
just so quickly, Jam, before you go to the next one, quickly. Kaz, did you ever go to a place called Oceana in Watford? So the reason I'm bringing this up, is because I've got PTSD from that place, Let me tell you why I got PTSD. Because all of these, man, Kaz Sterling, flipping, Dom Solanke, Tammy Abraham, all these guys you're talking about used to be in there. So So for context, Jamil, this is just like a big bar in Watford, and it used to be a small room.
We had it Oshie's in Plymouth.
Oh, you
as
know,
well.
Yeah. So they had a room called Barcelona, which is where basically they'd play all the hip hop and R&B in this big place. It was like a small room.
Right.
And all of these men that are on there, like second year scholars, first year pros, just turned 18, would go there and spend all of their wages and take all the girls. So like any good looking girl that was in there, yep, just come to our table, we play for Chelsea. Come to our table, we play for Arsenal. Come to our table, we play for Tottenham.
Yeah, it was peak.
And so man's got man just there.
Yeah.
Like, I play for my county.
It's cool. By the time I started going, it's called Prism.
Okay.
It's called Prism, but it's the same.
Plymouth.
They have to change the name, but like, yeah, same sort of dynamic. Like, but yeah, that was the spot early years.
Yeah,
that was the
man,
spot.
funny,
I didn't go
bro.
out till late actually.
Yeah.
I didn't really go out
Okay.
like that, but when I did go out, that was definitely one of the everyone used to go. Like, yeah, prison thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Funny.
Well, I guess on the subject of nights out, in America specifically, what's the best night out or your favorite city that you've been out in the US so far?
I'd probably say Pittsburgh because they got like a similar setup. They do like clubs and stuff. There wasn't a club in States where it's just blue room, you know. Just like there are some good nights there, 100%. But like,
yeah, it's made by the people though, not by the venue.
I'll definitely say Pittsburgh. There's a couple like clubs here. They even do like after hours as well. Like proper like city like how it'd be in London sort of thing. So
Sick.
I guess it's similar to what I know. So I really
never been out there. I need to. Dom, have you been out in Pittsburgh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, you know.
Also
Yeah, it's good, bro. Yeah.
There's a few clubs. Yeah, they got loads. Like they got North Shore, Southside, Enclave, places like that, Penn Society. So yeah.
Sweet. All right, mate. Last one. Back to football. So, any point in your career from when you was a kid, in the youth team, first team involvements with Tottenham, on loan, Tormenta, Pittsburgh, whole career. What's your biggest achievement, the one that you're most proud of to date?
Probably when I think about it, definitely my debut. At the time, I don't know why I kind of like
The Champions League one?
Yeah, I kind of like not brushed it under the rug, but like it's just like I made my debut that it don't mean anything yet, sort of thing. But like definitely that it being at Wembley as well in the Champions League was I think about that's like quite crazy, being at the National Stadium, stuff like that. So I'd probably say definitely making my debut as well.
Yeah.
Family was there to see it as well.
Yeah, that's sick, mate.
Sick.
Yeah. So just on that, you came on for Delhi, right?
Yeah.
So what did Poch and what did Delhi say to you before you come on?
You know what? I can't even remember. I'm assuming he said go enjoy it, something like that. But I got up to come on in the 80th minute. The ball didn't go out. I feel like this is just my luck, like, when it comes to football. The ball didn't go out of play for 8 minutes.
Mad.
8 minutes, bro. So I was on the side for like, I was just standing there, just like, about to make my debut. I'm just like, I don't even know what's going through my head. Just like, doing just dumb shit, just like, trying to look like, trying to get the nerves out as well. I'm like, yo, we don't keep the ball like this. Like, no one's going to foul no one, not a throw in, nothing, bro. It got to the point where Michel Vaughan was in goal. He was like, telling someone that to kick the ball. Like, he saw you that telling someone to kick the ball out.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, sick.
Well, you're 8 minutes, the ball in play, no stop, like nothing. I'm just like, that's unreal. Well, of course that would happen to me, but yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty
mate.
sure he said that just have fun. So, because there's 3-0 up, they had already qualified top of the league, the group stage. So it was just like, yeah, go and enjoy it.
Oh, mate, I love that.
Sick.
I can't even fathom that experience. So the fact that you got to do it and then move on over here and do what you're doing now is unbelievable. And I guess that's a good place for us to wrap it up. So
Yeah, man, like,
yeah, it's been a good one. I've enjoyed this one.
No, same.
100%, bro. Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's been funny, it's been real, it's been honest. So just appreciate you for coming on here and telling us your story.
Anytime, literally.
Yeah, sweet. But well, anyway, that wraps us up. So, as usual, I'm going to ask everyone, all the listeners, all the fans, like, subscribe, comment, let us know who you want to see next. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Kaz, Dom, see you soon. Cheers, boys.
Dude.
Peace.